on the record button. Woohoo! All right, welcome to the team call. Thank you guys for getting on. I've got a little spiel that I'm going to deliver and just a few team-wide announcements, and then I'm going to hand it over to Jerica, who's going to be hosting for us tonight. All right, guys. So you all know how I am. I love the motivational stuff, and I spend a lot of time with personal development because I'm telling you right now, if I hadn't, I wouldn't be still sitting here as a coach today. It's really very important. You have to grow yourself to be able to grow your business. But the quote that you see here says, "Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will." So I want you to really try to absorb that, because sometimes you see these quotes and you hear these things and you might even say them to other people, but it never really sinks in and you never really feel it deep down what it actually means, and you don't really connect with it. That's one thing I've been noticing, is some things I've heard and even parroted, before, never really meant anything to me like they're starting to now. But just think about that. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. So we're going to fail as coaches, and we're going to fail as business owners, and we're going to be rejected, and we're going to have hard times. And, we might lose a rank, or we might not be growing as fast as we want to, but you can't be afraid. And I feel like fear holds a lot of us back. I know it has me for, quite a while, just in life in general, and even with the coaching business. But don't be afraid of other people's opinions. You have to believe in what you're doing. You have to feel it deep down. You have to have pure intentions, and don't be afraid of other people's opinions. People are, there are a lot of unhappy, miserable people out there, and you can't quit being you, and you can't abandon your dreams and your mission for fear of somebody being rude to you on Facebook, or somebody in the family kind of not really understanding what you're doing. That's stuff that we all face as coaches, and we have to kind of work through. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is the only way. It's the best way to learn, and you're going to fail multiple times if you're working to build any kind of business. And don't be afraid to make mistakes, because we're human, and we all make mistakes, and we just have to learn from them. Mistakes are a great way to look back and see, well, hey, that didn't work. How can I tweak it to make it better and more effective in the future? And lastly, do not be afraid of not hitting a goal. It sucks when you don't hit a goal, but it's okay. You're going to get past it, and you're going to hit the goal, whether you hit it the first date that you set for yourself or not. All right. Secondly, and you guys probably saw my little video about this earlier, but self-doubt is the anchor that keeps our ships from sailing. And you may be like I was, and you may not realize that you have self-doubt, because I kept myself so busy working the business and, doing what I thought I should be doing, that I did not realize how much doubt I had in myself, in the business as a whole, and in my ability to have the kind of success that I want as a coach. So really think about it, and really look deep, and respond to the post in the page if you get time, and rate yourself 0 to 10 for your belief, how much you believe in yourself, in your ability to be successful, how much you believe in our products that we offer people, and how much you believe in the business and Beachbody itself. And belief is everything, because if deep down you don't really believe what you're doing, and you don't believe in yourself or the process, or the way that the business works, then there's absolutely no way you're going to achieve your goals. You may achieve some of them, but you won't achieve the ones that you really say that you want. And belief is something that you just have to build, and you have to have faith that if you put in the work that you're going to get to where you want to be. All right, and lastly, this is something we don't talk about a lot, but Beachbody has a mission statement, and their mission statement does not say help people to make a ton of money, help people to recruit a bunch of people, or help people to sell a bunch of stuff. No, the mission statement is to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. I don't know about you guys, but like a $1 billion company having that as their mission statement, I mean, that really makes me feel pretty good about, about being involved in a company like this. And especially once you go to Summit and some of that stuff, you'll see how much emphasis they really do put on really changing people's lives, and especially from a health aspect. That Beachbody pays out like thousands and thousands of dollars every quarter to people who have lost tons of weight and really turned their health and their lives around. So I mean, there's really no better company to be linked up with than Beachbody, in my opinion. All right, so now that spills over, we're going to move on to just a few announcements that I have. If I can work my computer here. There we are, stop share. And it's really dark. I apologize. You may not be able to see my face very well. I'm going to have to get a little bit of a backlight. But announcements. Team Cup. Everybody knows that Team Cup is starting February 1st. Now, Team Cup is just a really fun little competition, and we team up in teams of 5 with only 1 lifetime diamond per team. And respond to the post that's in the team page there too, and we'll get everybody hooked up on a team shortly. February group. We have a February 8th 21-day fix group starting up. So if anybody, isn't already planning a group with their upline, or, needs to be a part of a group, or just wants to be a challenger in a group, let me know and we can kind of figure that out. Saturday sweat sessions. This Saturday, we're going to be doing a size workout. So I think it can be really fun as long as everybody has electricity and power. Like, that can be something that we could kind of promote to people, like, you're stuck in the house, well, get on early and let's do this workout. And I think I am going to move it to 9 to see if more of us can get up and get on. All right, so a size workout Saturday at 9. Post about it. Try to get people involved. If there's somebody you've been talking to for a while and they're not really sure, just say, hey, why don't you log on and let's work out and have fun. Next month, I am also thinking about doing not a free, but a Shakeology group. You know how some coaches will do a 5 or 7 day Shakeology group where you sell them some Shakeology and you just do like a simple meal plan, maybe some YouTube workouts or something, and that can be a really nice way to introduce people. So more information on that coming soon if anybody wants to team up on that. 22-minute hardcore, which I know Chastity, I saw her post about getting the call from Tony Horton. I did too, and I was like, what? Because it really sounds like it's him on the phone, but it's a recording. But
literally, I was asleep, and I was trying to go to sleep, and the phone rang.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, hey, this is Tony Horton. And
yeah.
Who is that? And I was like, Tony Horton. So funny.
So 22-minute hardcore is coming out in March, and it's not too early to start thinking about that, because once we're finished with Hammer and Chisel, that workout will be launching, and it's a 22-minute like military style push-ups and basic calisthenics kind of workout. I'm going to do it. I'm really excited for it. Vital number 2, be a product of the product, falls right into that. Next week, we're having our sneak peek into coaching. Please don't feel like if you're new, or you haven't had all the success you want as a coach, that you can't invite people to that, because you absolutely can and you should. If you have someone in the back of your mind that you're thinking, oh, they would be an awesome coach, just reach out to them and tell them, I'm still learning. Why don't you get in this group and see a little bit more about coaching? So that's going to be 5 days starting on Monday. We'll get everybody added this weekend, hopefully, as long as, the crap doesn't hit the fan or whatever. And And that's really the last thing I wanted to tell you guys is our clean eating group has gone awesome. Like, I think people have been really, really enjoying it. Be sure that you're following up with everybody. You're just and letting them know that we do have a new group that's going to be starting, and just kind of talk to them about it, see if it can fill a need for them. And I'm fingers crossed we should be able to get us some new challengers out of there, which will help everybody get some Success Club points and get on the board this month. And Jerica, that's really all I have. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you. Are you ready?
I guess I'm ready. I don't know. I feel like I have a lot to say, and then I get on here and I feel like I freeze, and so I'm just like, oh my God. But I guess I want to start off kind of like where Megan left off about our goals. I like for everybody to make goals in the beginning. It's really important to have a vision of where you want to go for the year or the month or even for the week, depending on how organized you are and how far you want to break down your goals. I make some on my power hour sheets, like weekly ones or my daily goal, like things that I want to achieve that day, and that really helps me push myself to get to where I want to be for the day or the week or whatever. So hang on. I've got something I want to pull up. I have too much stuff open on my screen. But I've been listening to a lot of different, I'm in that Diamond Mentorship, and I've been listening to a lot of what she says. And then I've listened to, I don't normally listen to the full podcast, the Team Beachbody wake up call. I don't know why. I'm just a slacker. Like, I know that's really important. We all need to be doing it, but I've started doing that lately. I've been catching up on some. And that was another thing, like, that I had heard somebody say, I can't remember who it was, don't focus on your goals. You're like, focus on them, but don't beat yourself up if you didn't achieve those goals. So set goals for yourself. And then if you don't achieve them, just see what you could do better, and just like pat yourself on the back for all the accomplishments that you did do. So everything that you did do good, that you did reach, just make sure that you're giving yourself credit for it. And you're not, cutting yourself short, making yourself feel bad for not reaching your goals. So for you all, I'm going to share my screen really quick. Where is the button? Here it is. I've got so much stuff open, so bear with me. Can you all see? Can you see this? Okay. I set up, this is my little thing that I printed off today, and these are my 2016 goals. And so as a coach, no matter who you are, it doesn't matter if you're Emerald, it doesn't matter if you're a Diamond, 17-star Diamond, whatever you want to be, you need to make your number one goal non-negotiable that you are going to get into Success Club. And like Megan said, this is an awesome company to work for, and they say every one matters, and that's exactly right. It's not every $1 matters, it's every one person that you help. So you need to focus on thinking not only is Success Club going to help you make more money, but it's putting you in a better place that you are helping more people. And then my next goal is I want to focus on trying to find one new coach each month who wants to work this business. And that may be a far reach goal, I'm not sure yet, but that's something that I want to do this year. I want to try to stop focusing on challengers, and I want to start trying to reach out to people and find new coaches for myself to build my team. And then I want to focus on myself because I feel like that's important. Chastity will tell you, and I'm going to let her talk a little bit at the end about this. When Megan first started telling us we needed to get into personal development, we thought it was like, oh my God, these girls, this personal development. But honestly, personal development to me, now that I've been reading it, is not all let's get in a circle and let's hold hands and meditate on, good things are going to come to us if we believe. Like personal development, you can get different books for different things. If you're struggling with your faith, or if you're struggling with even learning about, network marketing, or if you're struggling just in general for anything, confidence on being able to post stuff like this or do this kind of job, this is just, we'll help you in any aspect to, I keep getting these pop-ups and it's sidetracking me here. Anyways, it just helps you in any aspect of your life to make you better at anything. So it is going to help you and give you confidence booster, and it makes you feel better to read this and see other people struggle with it. But anyways, I want to work on my business page this year. I want to get more likes on my business page so that way I can post all my Beachbody stuff there, and I can have regain control over my personal page again. And then my big goal is I'm hoping if I can get off the waiting list that my trip will be paid for my Success Club points. And if I am, make it non-negotiable that I get Success Club 10 or more every month, that should be possible, almost, should be. So anyways, that, and I want to rank to two-star diamond. That's, my big goal. And then my personal goals, besides that are businesses in my life, is I have some doctor bills from where I have been sick this past year. I want to work on those, save some money every month, and successfully lead my team, spend more time learning the real business side of this company. So I want to try to focus on that because I still feel like there's a lot I can learn. I think there's a lot we can all learn every single day. So I'm going to go to our back office and show you all a couple things that you can learn. From there, hang on, let me get my notes out. I wanted to go to our number one goal should be non-negotiable Success Club. And I went back to our team page. Hang on, I don't want to close this because I want to keep this up. Just minimize it. Went back to our team page. Can you all see this now, my Facebook? Okay. And I went to our photos and I looked back at all the little boards that Megan had made, all the Success Club boards. And I went back and looked at my own Facebook, like back months and months and months. And I was like, why is my name on the board in these months and it wasn't in November and December? Besides that I was sick, I realized I wasn't doing the work that we're supposed to do. And every single day you're supposed to do the 3 vital behaviors. And I'm not sure most of us should know what they are. I don't know. If you don't know what they are, I'm going to pull them up again and we're going to go over it again because I feel like it's so important that everybody knows what they are. But doing the 3 vital behaviors, when I first started this, even though I didn't realize I was doing them, I was. And I realized that now that in November, December, I just kind of took a break because sometimes you do feel like you're burnt out when you work too hard. And sometimes you just do get sick and things happen. And so I took a break and I seen it. I seen it in my paycheck. I seen it in how many people stopped responding to my messages. I seen it like it looks like I dropped off the face of the earth. And you can't do that. You have to stay consistent. And time management is a big part of that. So before I go into time management, I wanted to share with you all in case somebody doesn't know for sure what the 3 vital behaviors are. I'm going to pull it up here. And we're going to go over it really quick. Of course, number 1, they say invite, invite, invite. And to me, that doesn't mean I'm going to invite 3 people every day. It means that 1, I'm going to invite 3 to 5 people every day. And you cannot have any excuse whatsoever. This is 2016. If you have goals for your business, you cannot have an excuse why you cannot invite somebody to your Facebook. You can say all day long, I don't have a big following, I don't have a lot of people. If you get a lunch break, if you go sit on the toilet, if you do whatever you do for 10 to 15 minutes and you have your phone in your hand, you can type in people I may know, or you can go down your Facebook and find it, and you can click 3 people. It doesn't matter who they are. You don't have to do a lot of research on them. Just for a little while, start adding 3 new people every day until you start eventually seeing people that you may want to add. And you can start researching them, but you have to get your following bigger, and you need to invite people to see your Facebook page. And the second invite to me, I believe, is you need to be inviting by posting on your Facebook. And I don't mean making all your posts Beachbody related. I mean invite people in to know who you are. Be inviting by putting your, personal life out there, not super personal, but what you're doing for the day, or something neat that you ran across or whatever. But just being inviting by allowing people to know who you are and be interesting is what I would think the second invite means. And then the third invite is literally physically reach out and invite people. You can invite by putting out ads for your challenge groups. You can invite by putting out ads for your team. I think we're doing the sneak peek into coaching, and you also can reach out. Literally, you see somebody like your Facebook status, reach out and be, hey, I saw you like my post. For example, this is my example. I'm going to go to my page. Today, I did this specifically because we were doing this team call. I posted this for our next upcoming group. This was really short and fast. I just did it just because we were doing this and I wanted to show you all. I got 22, 23, 24, 25 likes. So I'm going to click my likes. This is how I physically reach out and invite people. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to say, okay, she's a challenger, she's not. I'm going to click this lady. I'm going to send her a message. I'm going to say, hey girl, hey Victoria, whatever you want to say, however you want to pronounce like your message out there. I saw that you liked my status about my accountability group that's starting on the 8th. Are you interested, or do you know somebody who might be? I'm trying to get a list of names compiled, or we're trying to get it ready. Whatever you want to say to somebody, just reach out to them and invite them. Or, you know, if you know somebody, you just know one of your friends may like to join, just reach out like, hey, we're having this group. Do you want to be a part of it? So that's how you invite. And then, of course, every day you want to be proof the products works. And I know there's going to be people saying, well, you've got these awesome result pictures and people are going to want to buy it off of you and they're not going to want to buy it off me because I just started. But that's not true. If you are drinking your Shakeology every day and talking about what it's doing for you in a non-salesy way, just being like, this is so awesome, it tastes so good, it makes me have energy, whatever you want to say, use like your success story, or even just posting that you're doing your workout. Like, yeah, I'm still out of shape, but I'm still putting the work in because I'm trying to get better. People are going to see that you're doing it. And then, of course, like we said, your personal development, just anything that's going to make you reach out and try to be better at something, any aspect of your life. So those are very important. If you don't have these, I have posted these in our team page, which is our FFF. If you just type that in, everybody knows how to get to that. They're in the photos or the files. Print this off. If you can't remember to do these 3 things every day, print it off, stick it beside of your computer. There's also something in our back office or your coach office, whatever you want to call it. If you go to news and training tab and go to training, you're going to come here and you're going to find your getting started right or getting started, whatever tab. And there is information here from Beachbody themselves. You don't need anybody to tell you how to talk to people. They have a 5-step invitation process that tells you step by step. If you're unsure how to talk to people, right here's all the information that you need. It tells you how to have more comfortable conversations and be in a professional way to build relationships and trust, and you can use it any way you want. You just go down through here and read. It tells you how to even invite people in the first place. Then it tells you how to bridge your conversation over, how to ask questions. I mean, it's here. You don't have to worry about anybody else doing it for you. Everything you need to know is in your office.
Almost it's not working.
So I won't take up too much time reading this because I think that you all can read this for yourself if you're having any problems. And if you have any problem finding this, I'll make sure I post it again. But, I mean, nobody can hold your hand and go over it for you and tell you what you're doing wrong. But there are, you can reach out to your coaches. You can reach out to me, or you can reach out to Megan, or you can reach out to Chastity, whoever your coach is, and say, hey, I've been talking to this girl. She fell off the face of the earth. Do you care to read over my conversation really quick and tell me what I did wrong? Because, sometimes get a fresh eye on it can help. And I feel like I do that a lot with Megan or Chastity. I call and be like, hey, will you look at my post and see if you think there's something I could have worded better, or, what do you think? And eventually you won't need people to do that for you. But when you're first starting out, it always helps to have somebody help you understand what to do. Let's see. And so then what I was going to get back to from here is when you're on Facebook, I feel like I lose track of time a lot. I'll get on my Facebook and I go to look through my posts to see who I need to write back. And then I'll start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I realize I've wasted a lot of time. So another one of my goals I forgot to add on there was to start time management, like managing my time better. Because, I feel like when you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, you're losing that is a missed opportunity for you to be inviting people to your page, making a cool post, thinking of something that you could say that's going to get somebody's attention. There's ideas. If you don't know what to post at what time of the day, Chastity has something that she's going to share in a little bit that is awesome. I think she's going to put it in the team page, or she may already have. I'm looking for it. That tells what kind of posts she posts during the day and at what time. I could probably go to her page and pull it up. But consistency is key. You need to be scrolling through your Facebook. When you finally do sit down and do your power hour, then you should treat yourself and be like, okay, I finished everything I needed to do work-wise. You treated this as a business that day. You got your work done, and now you're going to reward yourself with a little bit of Facebook scrolling time. And when you do your scrolling, you need to see like, oh, here's Megan. I like her post. I'm going to click like. This girl's not a Beachbody coach. I'm going to click like, because you want yourself to be seen. That like when you like and comment on people's things, you're going to start showing up. Facebook's going to automatically recognize you as their friend, and you're going to start showing up in their newsfeed. So if every single day you post something about Beachbody, but you never do the work as far as liking or commenting on anybody's stuff, maybe 10 people out of the 300 you just added, I'm not sure of the statistics, but not as many people are going to see it because you're not being on Facebook and using it the way, you know, that it's meant to be used. So that way you're not really putting yourself out there. So that, I'll get Chastity to pull that thing up. She didn't send it to me, I don't think. There's a video on recruiting that I'm going to go to YouTube and share on our team page also that everybody really needs to watch. It's a long video, so when you have time to even just listen to it, you should watch it. It's these two girls that are, I don't know how many star diamond coaches they are, but they give you their tips on how they talk to people and how they handle certain situations, and give you ideas, you know, how to post and what to say and how they recruit new coaches and new challengers. But I do believe in those 3 vital behaviors 100%. I did see a major difference in fluctuation in my business from when I first started and I was doing them, and I made it part of my day, and then when I just kind of fell off in November and December. And it does suck. And then I kind of got bummed about it, but I told Megan on Monday, I was like, it's 2016. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm not making any more excuses for myself. You know, I'm going to put my goals out there, and I'm not going to expect anybody else to hold my hand, and I'm going to do it. So, you know, if you have a few minutes time to sit and scroll on Facebook, you have time to do what you need to do as far as your business. And if you want this to work for you, nobody can hand it to you. People can't be like, hey, you know, I know you're struggling, I'm doing good. You know, let me help you out. Let me just hand you some stuff. It's not going to happen. You have to work. You are an independent business owner when you sign up, and you have to do it yourself. Now, we are here to help each other, but like you have to want it, and you have to have goals, and you have to look, you know, reach for it. So it's really, really important too that you know your product info. If you have a little bit of time, I think it's important that you need to, if you're not doing size, or you're not doing hammer and chisel, or you're not doing 21-day fix, you need to look it up, and you need to try to get a little bit of information on it and know what each program needs, what kind of people can do what, because it is important that you don't just message somebody and say, hey, I'm doing 21-day fix group. You should join. It's $140 for the challenge pack. You're going to scare people off. If you ask open-ended questions when you're in the conversation with them, you know, they're going to come back, and then they may not want 21-day fix. They may like size because they like to dance, or they may not like size. They may like P90X. These other programs do still exist, and it's important to know, because just that one challenge pack is not the only thing that you can sell. You can sell anything there is, you know, in your shop. So it's really, really important, I feel like, to know the products, and people are going to trust you if they feel like you are knowledgeable about what you're even trying to sell. If you don't have an idea of what days to post stuff, or like I said, Chastity's going to pull up that thing, but like Tuesday, this past Tuesday, I thought, what can I post? Like, I'm running out of stuff. And I thought, well, I think one time I saw somebody say something like Thankful Tuesday. And you can throw Beachbody in all your posts without sounding like, oh, the challenge pack is $140 this month. Like, I kind of got people's attention by saying, pay for my groceries with my check. Like, look, I got this whole thing of groceries. I didn't have to get out of my savings account because we're, you know, struggling. I didn't have to worry about cutting coupons or whatever. I just used my Beachbody check and bought all these groceries. And I had like a couple of people message me and being like, so how does it work? Like, how does your commission work and all this? And they kind of were interested in what I was doing as a coach. So those are some ideas. Just nonchalantly kind of put it in there, what you're doing, and that gets people's attention. What was I going to say? Something else? Well, when we were on Elizabeth's call earlier this week, she was saying other ideas. If you feel like you're running out of prospects, people to add, that your people you may know list doesn't look very appealing, you can join groups. Like I'm in a Facebook Mommies group just because I have been in it for years. I went and looked up some groups of the dogs that I have, and I'm in those groups now. And I've found some other groups, and sometimes you are going to find groups that do have, that do have other Beachbody coaches in it, but then sometimes you're going to reach out and there's going to be people who aren't. And like me and Chastity have said a million times, people are going to come to whoever inspires them, or whoever, they can, people that they can, feel like has the same story as them. Like that's what I said. Maybe somebody who has a thyroid problem is going to see Chastity's awesome results on Facebook, but they're not going to reach out to her because they're going to say, well, this girl can feel what I'm going through, and they're going to reach out to me. So they're going to come to people who are, the right fit for them. So no matter what kind of group you're in, if there's a million other Beachbody coaches, your customers will come to you based on your same needs. So that I told you about adding, and then I was going to talk to you about how I talk to people, which I kind of mentioned it. Basically, I just go to my Facebook and I find people who have liked or commented on my stuff, and I'll just send them a message. And even if it's not, about Beachbody, or if they comment on a picture of McKenna and they have kids, and I'll write like, hey, is your kid doing such and such? And then get a conversation started. Then they might be like, oh, this happened to me the other day. I wrote one girl and asked her if her kid was going to school. And she said, oh, I'm so glad you wrote me. I totally got sidetracked. I meant to ask you, when are y'all doing your next challenge group? I seen you post about this one, and I didn't order in time, but I'm really interested in it. And so, like, just by me saying, is your kid going to school, it reminded her that she wanted to reach out to me in the first place. So just, starting up conversations with people is totally helpful. And you may feel really weird about it at first, but if you don't step out of your comfort zone, you're never going to know. So if you have these awesome posts in your head, but you feel like, oh, I'm just so scared people are going to think, then you're never going to know. People are not going to be able to know what you're doing if you don't put it out there. So you've got to want it. That, and yeah. Oh, Megan wanted me to touch on inviting people to our event pages. What is that new one called? Fit in February. Fit and Fab in February. Okay. If you don't understand this, we kind of run an event page, and if you don't want to make a little banner like I did or whatever, you don't want to put your pictures out there, you may not have a picture you want to put out there, you can go here. This is our public group, and you can going, and you can invite people, anybody that you think may be interested, anybody that, who cares if they're not interested, invite them anyways, and them seeing this, they might get interested. Sometimes every now and then, if I see somebody in my Facebook, and it don't matter if they've liked my stuff or if they've not, I'll write them and be like, hey, we've got a challenge group starting on February 8th. It may not be something that you're interested in, but do you know somebody who might be? Is anybody in your friends or family looking for something like this? Will this fit their lifestyle? Do you know anybody that you can refer? And never, ever, ever be scared to ask for referrals, because that's how you build your business. Because there may be people who don't have Facebook, or they're not on Instagram, or they're not whatever, and be like, hey, is there anybody else that you think that you would like, that may like to do this with you? And I actually had a girl say, yes, my mother-in-law would love to, but she's not on here. And she asked me if she could call me, and she did. Her and her mother-in-law got on three-way and called me, and we talked about what the program was and how it works, and they're both really interested in starting, in the February 8th group together, so they can do it together. And so that is good too, just, sorry, I got sidetracked again. But sometimes there's not people, so if you ask for referrals, you might run into more people. So never be scared to ask for referrals. And sometimes people don't know this if they've not been in sales. I learned this when I worked at Verizon. When you end your conversation with somebody, or at the end of, let's say at the end of this clean eating group, when you're doing your follow-ups with people, like, how did you like the clean eating group? Or is it still going on? Is there anything else you would love to see us post? Or is there any recipes that you would like for us to clean up? And then lead on into the conversation later and be like, how long have you been clean eating? Or are you interested in trying to continue this on for another month? Because in February, starting on the 8th, we're opening up another group, and we're going to follow a program, but we're going to continue with our clean eating. So those are some examples of how you can kind of talk to your clean eating challengers and bring up Beachbody without being like, hey, join our next group, buy this product. Just say, we want to help you stay committed to this, and we're going to continue on if it's something that you're interested in or that you found that you may like to do. So if you want to go to this, Megan made it, and if you don't know how to use Canva or you don't know how to use anything to make your own thing, you can just share this, I think. Can't you share it or not? You can share it on your own page if you're going, and you can invite, or here it is, you can share the event, and then when you share it, all of your friends will click if they want to go or if they're interested, and you can go back and look at this list, and you can be like, well, I know this girl, I know this girl, I know this girl. I can send a message like, hey, saw you were interested in our Fit and Fab in February group. Do you already it's very important to ask also, do you already have a coach, so you don't step on anybody's toes? I think it's important out of respect. I do it like, do you already have a Beachbody coach? If not, are you interested in signing up, or are you just interested in more information? How can I help you with this? So we'll know which way to go for the group. Like, I'll make sure you get added in, whatever we want to say. So those are some ways to make sure that you're reaching out, recruiting challengers, and then eventually some of your challengers, they may write you and want to know more about the business. And if they don't, it's very important that if you have a challenger that's in the group that's doing awesome, like posting hardcore, nonstop, posting recipes, talking about their workout, how much they love it, reach out to them at the end of the challenge group and be like, you did amazing. Are you interested in maybe being a Beachbody coach? That's what Megan did to me. And I didn't think it was creepy. I didn't think it was weird. She just said, you did awesome in our challenge group, and I think you have a lot of motivation and you inspired a lot of people. Do you think this would be something that you would like to do? Because instead of sending all your referrals to me, you could be making money off of the people that you're inspiring. So I was like, well, I never thought about it that way. And so I signed up, and then here I am. So those are some of the things. I'll make sure that I post the recruiting video. It's important, and if y'all have about 40 minutes, it's really good to watch. It'll give you some good ideas other than what I've said, how other people talk to people and how they actually recruit people to be on their team. But just make sure, like Megan said, don't be afraid. You can't be afraid. You have to step out of your comfort zone with this. If you're afraid, you're never going to make it. You have to push yourself to the limit, and you have to put things out there, or people are not going to know you exist. So before everybody gets off of the computer tonight, I've shared with you all my goals here. I guess I'm still screen sharing it. I am. Okay. You don't have to do a fancy slideshow. You don't do anything. If you want to jot them down, or even if you want to type them up in a comment, I would really like for everybody to write down what their goals are for 2016 for their business. I think that when you have goals, it's very important that you can look at them and check them off the list. For mine that I printed off, I actually have a check mark list, 1 through 10 for not 1 through 10, 5 boxes for my 5 challenges that's going to get me to Success Club 10, and then my bonus 5 to get me to 20. And I'm check marking them as I go during the month. And it's really important that if you have a calendar that, like, above your computer or whatever, set a date. Like, today's the 21st, like the 25th. I want to be at Success Club 10 by the 25th. So I know I need to bust my hind in and be writing all the people who are liking my stuff and wanting to be in this, group that we're starting up, and be recruiting now so I can get to my goal for the month. So those are some little things that you can do. But I do want everybody to put their goals out there, because I want to see everybody's goals. I think it's important for you to see your own goals. And then another thing is that me and Chastity have talked about, I don't know if you all have seen it, but this is a vision board. And this is mine. And a vision board is similar to your goals, but it's kind of your long-term stuff. This can be 5 years. This can be 10 years. This can be 3 years. None of these coaches that are in our upline, these 15-star diamond coaches, none of them have made it in 6 months. None of them have made it in a year. They're all 5 and so years into this. So for you to put these goals out here on your vision board, like, I printed this off and I hung it up, and I'm like, okay, I really, really, really want to get my kitchen, like, it's upgraded, but I really want a big island in the middle of my kitchen because I love to cook. So I put it on there. I want to find balance in my life. I want to be able to have freedom to spend time with my family. I want to have a diamond team, and I want to be able to get a new vehicle or pay my vehicle off, whatever, and be able to vacation anytime I want to, and always be learning more personal development. And then, you know, just I'd like to set up a college fund for my daughter, have my dream team, and pay off my debt. And I want to make all this happen. So this is my vision board, and I see it every day, and I'm like, okay, you know, it's right in front of my face. I can't overlook it. Like, if I don't get up and work, then none of this is going to happen. So if you can, even if you don't want to go to paint and drag some pictures around, just write down your vision. You know, you can just write it down, and I think you all should take a picture of it and post it on our team page, and that way you'll have that information there, and you'll always see it, and we'll all see it, and we can help you reach your goals. That, I think that might be it. And then I'm going to see what Chastity, let me make sure, the vision board. So everybody make sure that you write down your goals, even if you have just 3 goals, put them in the group. And this, and what was this? Oh, you posted this, didn't you, Megan, in the group for everybody to see? This is how you can talk to people if they want to talk about their Shakeology, but that's also in the group. And that is all I have to say. Oh, but when I said that the 3 vital behaviors are so important, I was on Melanie Mitra's podcast, and she was talking about, they asked her, how did you get so successful? And she said, just to be honest, I do the 3 vital behaviors every single day. So if the #1 coach in the company for, is it 3 years in a row now? 2 years in a row? If she says it, then it has to, honest to God, be the truth. Because if, I don't think they're going to tell you some bull crap if they're not doing it themselves. I mean, the proof is in the, whatever the saying is. But, you know, obviously, if she's doing it and it's working for her, and she is 15-star diamond, is that right, Megan? 2 years in a row? 20? 2-time 15-star diamond, right? Okay.
So that's like superstar diamond, which means that she's a 15-star in 2 separate businesses.
Yeah, and then she's been #1 coach 2 years in a row now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she's also, what is it? Success Club All-Star or something like that. Anyway, she's got like a list of all this stuff, and she said it didn't come overnight. It came within these 5 years, but she had to get started, and she had to quit being afraid of the business. She just had to do it and get it done. And she said, but every single day she gets up early, or she uses her break when she has time off, and she does her power hour, if you want to call it that, and she does all 3 things every single day. So that's all I have to talk about. And I think Chastity was going to share. We have time. How much time do we have left? I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
I'm not sure. It hasn't said anything about wanting to kick us off, but I thought if we could let Chastity, I want her to share her vision board because it's so good. And then whatever else she was planning to share, and then we'll open it up real quick for some questions because we really talked about a lot tonight. Chastity, are you ready?
Yeah. All right. So I've been working with some of my personally sponsored coaches on the side, and I'm not going to lie, I go in, even though I'm not all of your all's coach, I do look at your pages and see what you're posting about and stuff. So I put together a little, like, I'll just show you how I post and when I post. And let's see, where am I at here? Oh, what happened? Are y'all there? Okay, can everybody see that? Okay, it kind of breaks down, and you all don't have to post about the same stuff that I do. It kind of breaks down what I do. I post at least 3 to 5 times a day. Every post that you put on Facebook should be positive. There shouldn't be any kind of negativity on your page, because I know if I was looking at somebody's page and I seen a bunch of, like, you know, bad stuff on there, I'm not going to reach out to you. So everything needs to be positive. I only try to post 1 Beachbody post per day. And I always, always, always save that one for 9 p.m. between 8 and 9 p.m. And right here in the mornings, I post something inspirational or motivational. Around 12, I'll try to post something about what I'm eating or something funny that happened that day. At between 5 and 6 p.m., I'll tell something about my family or about myself. At 7:30, I'll tell something that happened about my day or a dinner picture. And this goes back to Jerica saying that you're not just about Beachbody. You are inviting people into your lives to know you, to get to know you, to connect to you, so they'll reach out to you when they do want to start, you know, an exercise program or join Beachbody. So then at 9 p.m., I always do my Beachbody post. And Megan showed us and told us about an app called Buffer. So if you're at work and you feel like you can't post, you know, throughout these times in the day, you can sit down the night before, which is what I do, and I write out all my posts for the day. So I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. Everything is already set up. It takes me about 30 minutes at night to set all my posts up for the next day. So that's really, I mean, that's helped me a lot. I suggest that you all get Buffer. It's wonderful. And then the other two apps that I use a lot are the Frametastic app and WordSwag. Now, I don't know about on the Droid Network. I do know on Apple that it is, I think, $3 or something like that. So, but it was worth it. And then the websites that I use is Canva. Canva is a little tricky at first, but I've been using it for a few months now, and it's great. Like everything that I make and share on there, it usually comes from Canva. So that's definitely something.
Chastity, I was going to say, like, I want to pull Chastity's Facebook up really quick to show you all an example. It's just so important, and I forgot. Cannot believe I forgot. I'm going to do it really quick, so I don't mean to interrupt. Do you have yours pulled up? Pull yours up, Chastity, since you were screen sharing.
I don't know if I have mine up or not. Hold on.
Here, I got mine. Sorry, I found it.
Okay.
Let me do it really quick. Where's the button again? Okay. Share screen. Okay, can you all see it? Okay, so here's Chastity. It's so important. Everybody needs to take this. I know you want to be like, I don't want to put my entire life on Facebook, but it is so important that you use your Facebook like it's your storefront. This is your business. When I go to Chastity's Facebook page, I see a picture of her face. I'm like, oh, there's a friendly face. It's not a picture of her dog. It's not a picture of whatever. And then she's got up here in her banner. You don't have to do this, but you can't. I automatically know Chastity is a Beachbody coach because I'm on her page and it says so. Like I automatically know. So before people add you, they're going to maybe like kind of stalk your page to see if, you know, you look interesting. They're like, oh, well, this girl looks like, you know, she's just doing some good, whatever. I'll add her, see what she's up to. So it's really, really important that you need to go back, assess your Facebook, and make sure that you are coming off the way that you want to be, you know, like that you're a Beachbody coach or that you're a mom, you're a wife, you're whatever you want to be, but make sure you look friendly and people can see who you are immediately because they might not scroll down through here and see what you're up to. A lot of people just, it's the first impression. So you all need to make sure that you're looking at your Facebooks and it shows who you are and what you're doing. That's all. That's the last thing I have to say. I'm done.
Does anybody have any questions about anything? Since we're all here together, let's just see, you know, if you have any questions about posting on Facebook, how to invite, how to talk to people, any concerns, anything, any roadblocks that you're having in your business, any big goal. If you don't know what goals to set, somebody speak up and throw something out there. Let's talk a little bit for maybe 5 minutes and then hop off here. I love the idea of the vision board. I have actually not made a vision board, so let's all try to make vision boards, and like Jerica said, either post them to the team page, and maybe next week on our call we can maybe share them, you know, if you want to, and that can be really inspiring to see what other people are, you know, shooting for, and sometimes I feel like our goals just need to be bigger, you know, because if you shoot for the moon, you're going to land amongst the stars kind of thing.
Megan, I have mine pulled up right now if you want me to share it really quick.
Yeah, go ahead and share it.
Okay, where's the button again?
Yeah. I don't want to keep bottom. It's like green.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Share screen.
Maybe next week we can go more into the scripts and the sample conversations and stuff because we've been here almost 45 minutes.
This is my vision board. I'm also in Canva right now, guys. This is kind of what it looks like. It's just canva.com. And this was my 2006 vision board. I've never made one before. This was not completely all Beachbody. This was other stuff, like personal stuff. One of mine was.
It's not your vision board.
What?
It's your Facebook posting. picture.
It'll show in your Facebook posting picture.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, darn it.
You might have to drag your other thing over into the screen where it'll say you're sharing the screen, maybe.
Oops. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I have it brought up. It's just not showing, I guess.
It's kind of froze. Your mouse is even still froze on the minimize button.
Oh, maybe my computer's just being dumb, I guess. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Let me stop sharing for a minute.
I might be able to share it. You sent it to us in that message, didn't you?
I thought so. Anyways, I can post it in the team page too, so people can look at it there. I'll post that how I'm posting stuff in the team page. If you all have any questions about, you know, what I kind of do or how I come up with stuff, I want to come off as like I am in person. I want to be friendly. I want to be funny. Like, I love to just, you know, have a good laugh like anybody else. And you would know from talking at me, I'm the first person that'll poke fun at myself. And that's what I want to, like, come across to people on my Facebook. And that's what you're doing. You're just letting people know who you are. Like, that's all this is just inviting them in and letting them know a little bit of your life. And then at the end of the day, you're going to throw Beachbody in there. And that's going to grab attention.
Does anybody have questions or comments or anything?
Do all of you all know how to access these things that I was talking about in your back office? Like, and you know how to navigate around on our team page to find files that we've added. There's a lot of good videos and a lot of good files and stuff that Megan has been adding and posting in there. Like, if you don't have time to sit down and read a book, it's important that you are on YouTube. You can Google. There's a lot. Chastity posted a list, I think, of some good people to Google. I mean, you can, if you just want to learn how to recruit, how to talk to people with Beachbody, type that in YouTube and you can find videos. So that still counts as personal development. Anything you're doing to make yourself better at this business, you're developing further, is personal development. So if you all don't know how to do it, just reach out to one of us after this is over and we can kind of put you in the right direction, because those are important things too.
All right. Well, if nobody has anything that they really want to add or any questions, then let's all work on our vision boards this week and get them posted in the team page, and maybe we can kind of share them a little bit next week when we get on. And if you guys just want more, if you're not doing anything, hop on over to Liz's call, Liz Hartkey from Team Drop the Cookie. It's going to be her and her husband, Michael, talking about spouses and Beachbody. So that should be pretty interesting. Good night, everybody, and we will look forward to seeing your vision boards this week and talking to you next week. And good job, Jerica and Chastity. You guys are awesome. All right. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.